Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Coming up, we are devoting every show this week to mental health awareness, and today, we stop the stigma.
Plus, the men's and women's basketball teams wrapped up their regular seasons last Tuesday. I'll have the results in the Full Court Press.
And Kaiser Hospital is looking for students for their summer intern program.
This and so much more, Unleashed begins now.
Bringing the news to you from Rockland, California, this is Unleashed.
Good morning, Wildcats. I'm Sydney Brandt.
And I'm Kayla Daughters. Today is Monday, February 22nd, and we're on an even day schedule.
This week, we are dedicating our time and efforts to helping those with a mental illness.
We also wanted to reach out and support teens who are fighting suicidal thoughts.
Our goal this week is to change the stigma that surrounds these two important teen issues.
And to change the stigma, let's first understand what a stigma is and where you see it.
That's right, Kayla. 3 out of 4 people with a mental illness report that they have experienced stigma.
Stigma is a mark of disgrace that sets a person apart. When a person is labeled by their illness, they are seen as part of a stereotyped group.
The negative attitudes and words like crazy, stupid, or weird create a prejudice, which leads to discrimination.
To better explain what a stigma is, check this out.
Imagine a life. Now imagine this life belongs to someone you care about. Someone you love. Your spouse, your parent, your child, best friend, sister, coworker, or neighbor. Of course, you'd want the best life imaginable for them. A life with caring, meaningful relationships. The chance to succeed in school, fulfilling, challenging work, and a rewarding career. In short, you'd want them to have a long and happy life. Now imagine there was something keeping them from these things. Something that prevented it from happening. Something invisible, powerful, and often overwhelming. The good news is people can and do get better. With treatment and support, up to 90% of people with mental health challenges report a better quality of life. The bad news is most people who need help don't seek help. Why? Stigma. Stigma is the brick wall. Stigma is the fear of being quickly labeled and having people judge and form opinions about you before they actually know you. Stigma can keep a person from seeking help and living the life they deserve.
Now, here's something to think about. Let's talk about October. Imagine that you or someone you know has breast cancer.
Now imagine that instead of NFL football players and students around campus supporting your illness by wearing pink, society blames you for your illness.
Imagine that others are looking at you and whispering about you behind your back.
Imagine feeling scared to get help because you're afraid the person next to you will call you names.
That is what teens with a mental illness cope with on a daily basis.
But why should they? This week, we start the conversation about mental health and suicide prevention.
This week, we are wearing lime green. Lime green is the national color for mental health awareness.
And wearing a lime green ribbon is a great way to start the conversation to end the silence.
And we're going to give you guys a lime green ribbon to wear around school this week.
So take a picture with the ribbon and post it with the hashtag WHSUnleashed, and we'll feature you in the word. And this week, wear the ribbon, start the conversation, and end the silence.
This week is Scholastic Journalism Week, and the theme this year is The Stories We Tell. Join Whitney High School student media on Wednesday at lunch in the amphitheater to share your story in just 6 words. And the leadership team is hosting the Spring Blood Drive on Friday in the small gym. If you want to participate and help save lives, pick up a permission slip. The permission slips are located at a table outside of the student store at lunch. The deadline to sign up is Thursday. Now here's Kayla with your club news.
If you are a club president, there is a mandatory meeting Thursday at lunch in the theater. The leadership team will discuss club shields, club events, and the upcoming showcase night. If you have any questions, please contact Amaya Gregory in the student store.
And now it's time to get the news from you in The Word.
Here's our social media reporter, Faith Abercrombie, with The Word. Faith?
Hey guys, up first, check out this picture the art program shared on Instagram with the hashtag WHS Unleashed. Senior Scott Simpson created this Prismacolor Cezanne using colored pencils in his Art 4 class. Each student created a piece of art that had some personal meaning to them. And on Snapchat, sophomore Kyle Rhodes sent us this snap from his chemistry class. Students in Mrs. Brum's chemistry class did a lab on gases. For the lab, they soaked a balloon in liquid nitrogen to watch the molecules in the balloon slow down. They also ate graham crackers that were soaked in the gas. And last week, we asked you to tweet about how you are going to change the way people view mental illness using the hashtag WHS Unleashed. Senior Alyssa Epler says that she made a change when she worked the Special Olympics. She says it was an awesome experience to work with the athletes who competed. And this week, we mentioned earlier, we are dedicating each show to mental health awareness and suicide prevention. We're going to challenge each other to be more accepting of teens with a mental health issue. So what are you going to do to make a change and why? Use the hashtag WHS Unleash and include yourself wearing a green ribbon if you have one. That is all we have for today. Now back to Cindy and Kayla.
Thanks, Faith, and we want to feature you in Unleashed.
So make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat so that you can be in the Word.
We're going to stop for a quick break and show you 2 PSAs that we entered this year for the Directing Change video contest.
Directing Change is one of the leaders in California's mental health movement, and they have provided the facts that you have heard in the show.
Up first is a PSA from Eric Fawcett and Simraj Singh about suicide prevention.
Followed up with a PSA from Juliana Bingham and Jillian Madden about mental health awareness. We'll be right back.
My name is Cameron. I have a friend who's been through a lot, but he always seems so happy. How could I have known that? Well, I could have known because the signs were everywhere.
Hey, where's he going?
The theater.
Why?
I don't know. He's been going there every day by himself after he found out he has to take summer school for the next 2 years.
The isolation, the mood swings.
I'm worried about him.
He's fine. He's just going through a phase.
Well, it wasn't a phase. I never thought it'd go as far as it did. One day we all went out to eat. We just got up and left. It finally happened. I had to talk to him, and I'm so thankful that I did.
We're all here for you, buddy. We're gonna help you out.
Thanks, Cameron.
The doctors told me I'm anorexic. Every day I put food on my plate, but I can't get myself to eat it. My friends always ask why I'm not eating, and I tell them I'm just not hungry. I wish I could tell them the truth.
They tell me I have OCD. In my life, everything has to be perfect. My family finds it annoying and they tell me to stop. I am who I am and I can't change myself. I wish they realized that.
I have been diagnosed with depression. I constantly feel like I'm unwanted and that I've lost my purpose. My mind is filled with negative thoughts, but I hide the way I truly feel around my friends and family.
I wish I would have asked for help.
Welcome back, and here is the latest news that you can find in the College and Career Center.
If you are trying to decide between taking the SAT or the ACT, take the Kaplan Combo Practice Test. The test is Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., and registration is only $20.
Kaiser Hospital is looking for students to participate in their summer intern program. They need students between the ages of 16 and 20 for their KP Launch High School program. You must be 16 by June 1st to qualify, and you must be available from June 6th through August 5th. Applications are in the Career Center and are due today to Kaiser.
The American Association of University Women is sponsoring a scholarship for female students. They are looking for students that have financial need, a 2.5 GPA or higher, and community service or work experience. The applications are in the Career Center and they are due by March 13th.
Last week, the men's and women's basketball teams wrapped up their regular season.
That's right, we're going to send it over to Kyle Dowd with the results in your Full Court Press. Kyle?
Good morning, sports fans. The women's basketball team ended their season last Tuesday in a road game at Antelope. The Lady Cats lost the game 69-29. Emily Brusman was the player of the game, finishing with a team-high 9 points. Antelope will enter the playoffs with a top seed in the Division II bracket. The men's basketball team also ended their regular season last Tuesday against Antelope. The final score was 69-65 Titans. Brian Steary finished with a game-high 18 points for the Cats. The teams earned a second-place finish in league and will have a playoff game later this week. And here are some of the games that you can check out today and tomorrow. The women's soccer team travels to Nevada Union today to start off their season. The game starts at 3:30. And the tennis team travels to Oak Ridge tomorrow to face the Trojans. The match starts at 3:30. Finally, the volleyball team has their first home match of the season tomorrow against Nevada Union. That is scheduled to start at 5. And for the first time in Rockland Unified history, Whitney and Rockland High Schools will be playing a unified athletics basketball game on Thursday. The game tips off at 6 p.m. in the Whitney Gym. The game is part of the Unified Sports program that aims to unify students and athletes in competition. This game is also an official X Factor Maroon Out event. Prizes will be given out to the first 30 students at the game, so arrive early. Well, that is all we have for today. Now back to the anchor desk.
Thanks, Kyle. Now here's what you can expect to see in tomorrow's show.
You will meet a man who has battled with mental illnesses his entire life. The pain that he endured brought him to a life-threatening situation.
Hear about the risk he took in an attempt to fight his bipolar disorder.
I was in a great deal of denial. Kept telling myself, I'm not mentally ill. I played football. I was a wrestling champion. This can't be happening to me.
Be sure to check out our story tomorrow.
And if you want to rewatch anything you saw on today's show, head over to our website, WCTV19.com.
That's all for now, where the news is unleashed every day.
We'll see you tomorrow.